Biggest successes? Hard to think of successes with it, but primarily the fact that it moves so slowly. I've been going over to the KU Med Center where they'd been trying to figure out what was going wrong for quite a while and had not been able to give me a diagnosis on it. So finally went out to the Mayo Clinic, which is where it was diagnosed. The type that I have, a primary progressive, doesn't ever go away. It moves very slowly, but it's always there. And so sort of the biggest challenges I have is a total lack of coordination. So I try to pick things up, I just drop them. And the other problem is slight paralysis on the left side. So in other words, I can't hold on to things with the left hand, and I can't make the left leg move very well, raising it up and down. So that's been sort of the biggest problem we've had with it. My type, the primary progressive, never really goes away. It just moves slowly. The way the Mayo Clinic described it to me is when you wake up in the morning, you have a certain amount of energy, and when that's gone, it's gone. So by the end of the day, you begin tiring out to where you can't move too well. Earlier parts of the day, it tends to be much better, where you can get around and move a good deal more. Getting here, up to the office, I'm usually quite good in the mornings. That's when I have most energy. Now all of my classes are primarily in Kedzie Hall, so I don't have to go between them a lot, and that helps out. I do not do too many evening classes anymore because I run out of energy by the evenings. I've been here since 1985, so a little past 30 years. This semester I teach ethics, and I teach a lot of the photo classes now, so I teach the introductory photo course. We're in the old building, and the offices there are odd shaped. So mine is a large office, but it's very long and very narrow. And it is quite hard moving around the desk and things because I'm not very coordinated anymore. So for getting around those, that can be a problem. But most of the things, I've been able to handle it quite well so far. Before Kedzie Hall was air conditioned because I can't handle heat very well at all. And because there's no money in the university for, at that time, air conditioning buildings and things, but there was money under the government for disability. They would move me from classroom to classroom so that then they would apply and have window air conditioners put in. I've been through disability services, but GMC has actually handled most of it. Marlene does a lot of it when run into problems, then she coordinates it through them. But it was disability services who handled through the parking, disability services who were handling the air conditioning part. And they're also quite good at, if I run into problems, so I can't stand during lectures or things like that, I'm running out of energy, that's handled pretty well. So I can basically just sit during lectures or things like that. And they've provided me also with a laptop which we can carry around to the classrooms so that I don't have to use larger computers, things like that. And it's easier for handling. I can't, because I can only use one hand and I'm not that coordinated with it. If it's too heavy, I can't pick it up anymore. Without the coordination or that, I don't like crowds trying to get through them or heavier traffic. It's easier when the traffic is cleared out. With the parking, because there isn't really that much handicap parking around the area, it also allows me to park at in any spot, any metered place or such, with the handicapped, which has a lot to do with helping get around there. Also, I use the elevator pretty much exclusively because I can't handle stairs anymore. They did a lot with Kedzie at helping to get access for handicapped ramps. I can use the ramp and I don't have that problem at this point. So those work rather nice with this. And the journalism department has actually been pretty good at not having me do a lot of teaching where I have to go across campus to Dole or things like that. So the long walks I can't do anymore. So you get more than about a block and I tire out. So over at the parking garage, you've got the ramp there, which you can go up and down with the wheelchairs, which are fine. But that slant is actually rather hard for people who don't have any of the coordination to move up and down it anymore. One of the absolute necessities is the rails, so that you can hold on to them. And other big problem we run into is when you're moving up and down the halls, quite often I tend to lose balance, and you have to either be close to a wall where you can catch it, or something there where you would have rails or something that you can hold on to. I don't know how practical that would really be. And for the most part, I can do it if I just stay close to a wall. I can catch that. But the problem, just walking up and down the halls without the coordination, you tend to weave a bit drunkenly, sort of thing. In essence, I can still get around fine, which is a major success at this point. Say, and if you're having a real bad day, nothing really keeps you going. Also, frankly, I enjoy what I'm doing, which helps a lot. Main thing that keeps me going with this is, frankly, I don't like to consider the alternative, which is one of the reasons I won't go to the chair right now, the electric chair, because that to a certain extent seems like giving up. So frankly, it's just to keep going and see as much as I can do, keep doing it.